Right.
I'm afraid Dan's gone to school. Isn't that where you should be?
No, I'm off today. It was you I wanted to see, to be honest.
Hiya.
Right. I want to invite you to me.
What, again?
Yeah, only be 5 minutes.
Somebody already?
More like half an hour. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Tomorrow, it's my dad's 40th. We're having a surprise party for him.
All right. Well, yeah, we'd love to come, but I'm not...
I was wondering where you were. All right.
Hi.
So, what are you up to then? Not trying to skype off, is he?
As if. I'm just going to borrow some maths books off Danny.
All right. So he's told you about his personal tutor then, has he?
No. No, he didn't.
Yeah, I just thought I'd draft in the reinforcements. You know, there's exams coming up and that.
I'll see you back in ours.
Well, what about the books?
I'll pick them up later.
All right, see you in a minute.
A tutor? Can you organise something through the school?
Oh, yeah, what are they going to do? Keep him and 40 pupils behind for extra lessons? They haven't got enough staff to cover the day-to-day stuff, never mind what I'm after.
What, so you end up paying someone to do it for them?
Yeah, if I have to.
What makes you think some part-time, in-it-for-the-money, probably unqualified tutor is going to do a better job than the school?
Well, it's like everything these days. You get what you pay for.
Well, if that's what you think.
Look, it's all very well having your principles. And in theory, I agree with you. Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay. But when it comes down to it, I've got to get my son through his exams. So if it means I've got to fork out a few bob to get him a couple of hours extra help each week, then so be it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I still don't think it's right.
Mm-hmm. Well, how come your Danny spent 10 years in private education then? I mean, your principles went right out the window then, didn't they? Catch you later on.
Hi, Mum. It's me. Hi, how are you?
Have you heard what Mick Johnson's...
Right. Yeah. Ollie's a brilliant cook, I promise. Eleanor, occasionally. She doesn't get much time. She works late. Well, not every night. 6 nights out of 7. Yeah, well, Nick the bike man turned out to be a bit of a waste of time. To be honest, I've come up against a bit of a brick wall. Trail's gone cold.
What are you doing?
Shh,
They're talking about Marcus.
I don't know, really. Soon. I mean, I can't stay here forever, can I? No, it's not that. It's just we're all a bit on top of each other. It's only a small house. Yeah, I miss you too.
Look, come on. Give the girl some privacy.
Of course not. I'll be home soon, I promise.
Talk about discrimination.
Sorry?
You should see this lot. Young, dynamic go-getter. This will probably be your second job. They might as well put anybody over 40 need not apply.
That, unfortunately, seems to be the way of the world.
And the money they're paying is not worth getting out of bed for.
Ah, Ron. Just a tick, I want to put these flowers over here, please.
Bing, do you have to keep moving things around?
I'm just trying to make the place look nice for Molly. You do realise she's coming over this morning?
Oh, aye. When was that arranged?
Yesterday. We're having brunch together, smoked salmon.
If she turns up.
Of course she'll turn up. She's looking forward to it.
All right. So where's she hiding now, then?
Oh, she's obviously been delayed.
Yeah, she'd be getting her clothes into some other poor mug by now. Someone with a bigger bank balance and a bad cough.
Ron, I think you're rather confusing Molly's intentions with your own.
Oh, yeah.
As I recall it, you were the one who started hanging around golf clubs in the hope of landing yourself a rich widow.
Fat lot of good it didn't, you know.
Whereas Molly's never pretended to be anything other than she is. A woman whose motives are, and always were, entirely honourable.
Yeah. So, what time did you say she was due?
Oh, she should be here in a minute.
We'll see.
Ah, that'll be her now.
Darling, where have you... Mr. Crosby? All right. I was just wondering, what are you doing tomorrow night?
I hate listening to her talk to Joan. It makes me feel insignificant.
Well, that'll teach you to listen to other people's phone calls.
Well, she obviously hasn't told them about Marcus.
Well, she probably doesn't want to worry them.
You know, she received another letter from him.
Really? When?
Yeah, this morning. I saw it on her bed.
You're becoming a private detective next.
I'm only trying to protect her.
Oh, yes, of course. God forbid big, bad Marcus should get his hands on her.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, he is the girl's father.
And?
Why are you being so hostile? I'm on your side, remember?
Oh, God, I'm sorry. Look at me. I'm cracking up.
Well, that's kids for you.
I just want her to like me.
She does like you.
I'm scared that, well, if she goes away again, we won't have had a chance to forge any kind of proper relationship.
Well, then why don't you talk to her? Ask her what her plans are.
Easier said than done.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, anything at all.
Thanks. Actually, there is something.
Oh, yeah?
You know you mentioned getting the house done up.
Yes.
Well, did you mean it?
Well, yeah, within reason, I suppose so. Why?
Well, I was just thinking maybe we could look at getting some alterations made.
Alterations?
Yeah, you know, build another bedroom or maybe an ensuite.
Hang on a minute. I said the place could do with a lick of paint. I didn't say anything about knocking down walls.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, why the sudden rush to bring in the builders?
There's no rush. It was just a thought, that's all.
This wouldn't be a ploy to bribe Louise into staying here long term, would it?
Look, forget it. I'm sorry I even mentioned it now.
I'm not dismissing it out of hand, but an extension. I mean, you must admit it's a bit OTT.
Well, maybe it is, but... Well, how I'm feeling at the moment, I would do anything to keep Louise here, whatever the cost.
You know, I am sick of it. This place is still a mess.
Well, at least the washing machine's going, though, isn't it?
Yes, I know that. I'm not saying Greg didn't do a good job, Jimmy. I'm just saying it's about time he finished it.
Love, I have phoned him about 1,000,000 times. He keeps fobbing me off.
So I'll fob him off when I get hold of him. Do you know, if we had the money, I'd get someone else to do it.
All right, well, I will take a look at it myself.
Oh,
okay?
no, you won't, Frank Spencer. You're going nowhere near it.
Love it when you're mad. It's sexy, that.
Get off.
Oh, yours are sweet.
Give
My
me a-
dull days.
Listen, I've got too much to do. You're supposed to be helping me this afternoon. Get
Well,
off.
I am, aren't I? Oh, aye. That'll be great. I'll have to message with his lad. Hello. Oh, speaking. Right. Turn that radio down, will you? It's the agency.
Oh, my God.
Hello, love. Yeah, I'm still here. What, this afternoon? Yeah, I'll just check with you better half. Hold on a minute. Someone's dropped out. They want me to go in this afternoon. What do you reckon?
For God's sake, Jimmy, just say yes.
Yeah, love, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Brookside Close. No, that's my address, love. Oh, right. No, it's not a problem, no. Yeah, okay. Cheers, love, yeah, thanks. Ta-ra.
Jimmy, we've done it. 12 quid an hour, laughing.
And I don't even have to fork out for the bus fare.
Why? Where did he want you to go?
Over the road. I'm teaching Leo Johnson.
Rise them off, son. Lindsay be on her own round there. She'll be up the wall.
Can't you stay? I don't want to be on my own when this fella comes.
You never know. Your luck might be him. Might be a woman.
Ha ha.
Come on, son. And I'll be worth it in the end.
What if I can't do it? The way they give us in school's hard enough.
Hey, you'll be sound.
That's easy for you to say.
Hey, listen. This time tomorrow you'll be wondering what all the fuss was about.
I wish.
Look, I'll see you later. And hey, make sure you behave yourself.
Is it yours sincerely or yours faithfully when you're applying for the job?
Depends on the salutation.
Eh?
Whether you know the recipient's name.
Oh, forget it. I'll just put from. Right. Shall I read this out to you one more time?
That won't be necessary, Ron. I've already told you what I think.
They expect you to be economical with the truth. That's how these selection processes work.
Yes, but nobody in their right mind would describe you as youthful or energetic if it comes to that.
Tell me that when I'm first in the queue for this job tomorrow.
Still no answer.
Get the hint, will you, Bing? She'll be down the golf club bumming sherries.
Hope nothing's happened to her.
Here, I'll put the kettle on while you check out the Lonely Hearts. I've already circled a few for you. Hey, shall I bang someone who smokes salmon on a butty? We don't want to waste it, do we? It's all right, mate. You stay where you are. I'll get it.
Hello, Ron. Is David there?
All right, Jimmy.
Hey, Mr. Corkle, to you.
My dad's not in, he's at work.
I'm come to see you, Dad.
What?
Hope you've got those pencils sharpened, lad. I'm your new teacher.
Molly, what took you so long? I was beginning to get worried.
I wasn't sure whether to come or not, to be honest with you.
Why? What's wrong?
I had a lot of thinking to do. Ron and I had a long talk yesterday.
Ron?
Yes.
Yeah, we bumped into each other.
He was kind enough to fill me in on some of your past indiscretions.
Come on, now. No, I didn't say that.
I didn't realise you were the type to have an extramarital affair.
What?
Bing, she wouldn't let it go, honest, mate. She just kept on and on asking me question after
Molly
question.
about-
Anyway, I better get off there. You don't want me hanging around like a spare part.
Hang on a minute, you got
It's all right, let him go. I think you and I have got one or two things to sort out first, don't you?
Louise? Ollie and I have been thinking of making some changes around here.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe build an extra bedroom or extend into the attic.
Very nice.
Of course, it's only at the planning stage at the moment.
Yes, but we are prepared to do it. We were wondering what your plans were.
How do you mean?
Well, university-wise. I mean, I know you're considering applying to Liverpool. Well, if you did get a place, you wouldn't want to be stuck in some dark and dingy student flat, would you? Not when you could live here.
In the lap of luxury.
Well, that's really sweet of you and everything, but I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I haven't even decided what course I'm going to take, let alone whether I'm going to stay in Liverpool or not.
I see.
Are you still interested in government and politics?
Maybe, but I might do something more environmental. Carry on where Mark has left off.
You are joking.
Sorry?
Well, he's the last person you want to take on as a role model.
I know you might think of him as some kind of guerrilla terrorist, but when you get to know him, he's actually quite sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah, some of the things he says, the ideas he has.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. We're talking about a criminal here, a potentially violent and dangerous man.
Now who's being ridiculous?
Who's been in prison for 18 years.
He's innocent.
Oh, come on, Louise. He was found guilty in a court of law.
Yeah, so were the Guildford 4 and the Birmingham 6.
Look, all Eleanor is trying to say...
I can speak for myself, thank you.
He's an intelligent and principled man who's been stitched up by the authorities because they thought he was some kind of subversive.
Oh, for God's sake.
He is! And if you don't believe me, read that.
God.
You see? Talk things through. Works every time.
God blimey, talk about going all round the houses. Don't they want you to pass?
Doesn't make sense.
Let's go through it, look. Mr. Brown goes through 3 sets of traffic lights on his way to work. The probability of the first traffic light being on green is 1 in 3. The probability of the second traffic light being on green is 2 in 5.
2 and 5, where'd they get that from? It's just green, red or amber, isn't it?
And the probability of the third traffic light being on green is 1 in 4. Therefore, if driving at a constant speed, calculate the probability of Mr. Brown getting to work without having to stop at a red light. What the hell's that got to do with maths?
God knows.
I mean, if he got stuck behind a lane of driving, he'd have to stop then, wouldn't he, eh?
This is stupid. I don't understand it.
Oh, you and me both, mate. Yeah, come on, let's write it down. Now, the first one, is 1 in 3. And the second one is 2 in 5. I don't believe it. Am I stupid or am I stupid? It's been staring us in the face, this.
What else?
This! I can't believe it took me so long. I mean, it's just odds, isn't it? You know, an accumulator.
What?
Oh, flaming hell, what have they been teaching you in that school? Here, you have a deco at the racing page when I switch the telly on. I think I've had a little idea.
We met at our local amateur dramatic society. She played Cleopatra to my Antony.
And how long did that fling continue?
About 6 months. Then we moved abroad. Jean and I, that is, of course.
I see. And then, were there any others?
In a manner of speaking, yes. There was a girl in Spain when Jean and I lived there.
A girl?
The maid. It was never consummated. It was a very one-sided affair.
How do you mean?
I pursued her, and it wasn't reciprocated.
I see.
I think I was going through some kind of midlife crisis. I should have told you this, I realize now. It was stupid of me to think that a relationship could be based on anything other than total honesty.
And is that it? David?
No, there was someone else about 3 years ago.
While you were still with Jean?
Yes.
And?
That was reciprocated. Briefly. We slept together once, and then I panicked and I finished it. I treated the woman abysmally.
Who was she?
She was a friend of Jean's. Audrey Manners.
Are you still in touch?
No. She died in rather tragic circumstances.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't even know why I did it now. Boredom, I suppose. None of them really meant anything. They just helped to pass the time.
Like gardening?
I'll call a cab.
A cab? Why? Where are you going?
No, I'm sure you want to,
I rather like the idea of being toyed with by a serial philanderer.
Sorry?
You're quite a ladies' man, aren't you?
You mean it isn't all over?
Not unless you want it to be.
My dear Molly. I thought I lost you.
I don't see why I should allow your past to affect our future. Especially as Ron's sole purpose in life seems to be to split us up.
Thank you. Thank you so much for understanding.
Just so long as you realize I'm no Jean. I don't believe in second chances.
Go on, Mr. Ross. Come on there, son. Get in there, boy. Yes, look at that. That's another one. What did I tell you, eh? They didn't stop my account down at the bookies for nothing, kid.
You should have had money on them.
Hey, you behave. This is to get you through your exam, not to put your pocket money. I'll get that pen and paper and work it out. Now, we've just had The Great Pretender come in at 6-4 on, yeah? And Mr. Ross has just won there at 8-1. So you work it out what we would have won if we put £1 on them, okay? Go on, like I showed you.
4 + 6 times 9. Divided by 6. Divided by 1. Gives a grand total of 15-1.
Well done. And that, my son, is what they call probability.
And the replay there showing that Nellie B did in fact almost take it on the line. It was a very brave effort, but unfortunately she left it just that little bit too late. Mr. Ross
the hell's going on here?
on for the victory, followed by Nellie B in...
How is she?
Oh, fine. Desperately sorry, embarrassed, promises it won't happen again.
Until next time.
What are you looking for?
Oh, the name of that builder? You know, the one that did the work on my office.
All right.
Shadwick. Ah, got it. Have you got a pen there?
So, you're going ahead with it then?
Hmm?
This extension idea.
Oh, I'm just going to get a quote.
All right, well, Perhaps you'll let me know when you've decided what you're going to do.
Sorry?
It is my home, after all.
Your home? Oh, I see. That's how it is.
Look, that's not what I meant.
Well, what did you mean?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, come on. You can tell me.
Oh, I don't know. It's just that... Well, I'm starting to feel redundant.
Where you're not.
No. Well, you having Louise, well, it's opened up a whole new world for you. A world that doesn't necessarily involve me.
Is that what you really think?
Well, we're not exactly Mr. and Mrs. Commitment, are we? You could walk out of here any time.
Look, Ollie, I am currently considering spending a lot of money on a house that, as you so rightly point out, doesn't belong to me. Now tell me, honestly, does that really sound like someone who's about to make her escape?
No.
Good. Look, I'm happy here. I'm very happy. And I'm planning to stick around for a long time, if that's okay with you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to ring Greg Chadwick. I've got an estimate to organise.
Daddy was showing me how to do me maths. Honest.
30 quid. 30 flaming quid for him to come round here and teach you the best way to write out a betting slip at the bookies.
Hey, no, Mick, you're getting it all wrong there, kid.
And as for that tutoring agency, you might as well have dragged the half-witting off the street.
Hey, I know my stuff, you know. Not just doing it off the top of my head. I'm on a course.
Now, God only knows how you got there. Look, Jimmy, I don't know what scams you came up with to wangle your way into that college, but I'm telling you now, you are going nowhere near my son. And tomorrow, I'm going to get onto that agency and tell them they're taking on scallies who aren't even qualified.
Dad.
You stay out of this, Leo. It's got nothing to do with you.
Hey, come on, Mick, there's no need for that.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. That's the way it is.
Oh, right.
Well, it's nice to know who your mates are, isn't it? Remind me to do the same for you one day, Mick. Oh, and by the way, if you think I'm coming to your lousy party tomorrow night, you've got another thing coming. You can forget it.
Party? What party?
Yes. Ah, my housemate returns.
With his tail between his legs, no doubt.
Ron, a word, please. I think we need to get one or two things straight. Molly and I are both aware that over the last 2 months, you've done your utmost to drive a wedge between us. But in spite of your petty attempts to sabotage our relationship, we are still both very much together.
I don't know what she told you, Bing, but I never meant to split you up, honest.
Ron, please, save your breath. I've told you before, I'm not prepared to tolerate your campaign of destruction. But it seems my words have fallen on deaf ears. You leave me no option. As of tomorrow, your tenancy agreement in this house is terminated. Is that clear?
Crystal.
It's men slaving over the stoves next tonight when Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall meets a gourmet club with a proud history and helps to celebrate the award of an MBE with what else but medallions of venison in TV dinners.